Hey everybody, I'm Dina. This is Creative Minds Homeschool, and today I am on the road. But I wanted to talk a little bit. I wanted to encourage the non-planner people out there. Just because it's planning time, everyone's breaking out their planners and showing all their new planners, and it's awesome. I'm so crafty, and I love all the stickers and washi tape and all the stuff. I just can't figure out, I cannot use that stuff in a book that is a rigid date system. I can't do it. And I think I figured out why. I was watching, if y'all don't know, Homeschooling in a Doodle. She has live mama chats, and I just love, she and I are like two peas in a pod in some ways. She is a planner, I think, but and I am so not, but we jive. One of her kiddos sounds like just like me, very free-spirited and like la la la, you know. So she was talking about how her child, she's a right-brained child, and I'm like, duh, I'm a right-brained individual. Hello, why hasn't this occurred to me? Because it really drives me crazy this time of year. Everyone's making their plans, and I am planning. I'm just not planning in that way, and it makes me feel like, why doesn't this work for me? Why can't I just get a happy planner or a big, expensive, I don't know, planner? Why can't this work for me? Why can't I make this work? I want to force myself to fit into that mold, and I just can't do it. I know for me, it would be a waste of money to spend a high dollar amount on a planner, because I will use it for a little bit of time, and then I fall off the wagon and can't get back on there. So for me, I said all of that to say, that was a big long intro, but I wanted to encourage you that there are other ways and means to plan. So for me, what that looks like is making lists. So like being trapped in a date, this is my problem with traditional planners. You put all your plans in that square that says July 31st. Well, what happens if on July 31st that stuff doesn't happen? Everything you've planned after that, what do you do about that? You're done. So I'm assuming that people who have these rigid planners actually follow their plans, which is awesome. I just know me, and I know that does not happen in my life, you know. I have feisty children who don't always go with the flow and go with the system. So, you know, you end up having to modify and be flexible and adjust and do this instead of that. And I've seen like people have post-it notes, and so they'll move all their post-it notes around. I don't have the patience for that. It would make me mad and frustrate me if I went to all the time to plan that out. And it's happened before. Like I've done it like a week at a time. And then I end up going, well, now what do I do? Like, I'm stuck here. It frustrates me. So what I am doing is making lists. So like for our Good and the Beautiful history, I made an overview of the year. So it says like what we're going to be studying, like what the lesson is. What do we need for that? We're going to listen to an audio recording. We're going to work in our Explorer. We're going to read this book of history stories thing. We're going to do this activity. This is what I need. These are the extra items that I need for this lesson. It's all like a year at a glance. I do better with that, or at least like a couple units in it. So it's like I have everything I need to quickly look at this and see, okay, we're on this lesson. This is what we're going to do. Bam, bam, bam. Okay, I know what's coming today. And it's not tied to a date. Does that make sense? So I just wanted to encourage you, if you just can't get into being stuck on dates, maybe look for an alternative method and see how that works for you. Yeah, because every time this time of year comes along, I start feeling like, well, should I be looking at getting a planner? And I've made my own several years in a row. What happens after the first little bit? I just don't use it anymore. And that's what happened with 5 in a row this past year. I started off really great. I was planning things out. It took time. I had to go and think and whatever. Well, as we added a baby and just life happened, I didn't have the time to plan it out. So therefore, our 5 in a row time was very subpar. We did a lot of magic school bus science, and you know, we ended up reading the Abeka history reader. I don't know what you call that. I guess it's a reader. I read that to them for history, you know, and sometimes we would go explore outside of that just for more information. But that's all we did, because I just couldn't get it together. I didn't have a plan. I didn't have anything to look at like I'm saying, I went ahead and made for this year, or this year coming, you know, a year at a glance. I can just quickly, it's already planned out, and I can quickly go, that's what I'm doing. So I'm also modifying, like we do Horizons Math for my girls. And I don't know if y'all are familiar with Horizons Math, if you use it. Part of it is you need the teacher's manual. You need to be following that. You need to be doing math drills at certain times. You need to be doing like skip counting at certain times. But it's the way it is laid out. Every day is a whole page full of bunch of words on a page. I don't need that. I need bullet points. Do this, do that. You know, like you need the clock, you need money, you need whatever. That is what I need. Telling you, bullet points. Any more than that, no. If we get in a lesson and I figure out I need to read what they want us to do here, which is rare, but sometimes that happens, I'll go consult the manual. But to think that I'm going to pull that out every single day, it's not going to happen. And our math program suffers because of that. So, I went ahead, I started, and this is tedious. I wish it was like this, because the kindergarten level is planned out in bullet points. I love that. Subsequent levels, not so much. So I'm basically making myself a chart with bullet points. Just, you know, and that way I can just check off my chart every day. I'll know what lesson we're on, check, done. Another plan I made, not really a plan, but just for me to look and see. Everett's doing teaching textbooks. The girls are doing Horizons. There's only like 114 teaching textbooks lessons. So it doesn't line up. So he would finish math like 30 days before we're done with the other one. So I debated on like, what do I do? Do I give him some like lag time in there? Do I do other things? I know myself, and it's not going to happen. I'm going to have a revolt on my hands, because the girls are going to be like, well, why does he get a skip day and we're still doing math? It just wasn't going to work out. So what I decided to do was we're going to do a lesson every day, and when he gets to the end, we'll start the next teaching textbooks. You know, like we'll go to the next level. I just had to debate on that, just because I was like, well, you know, you hate to do more than one level in a year, but we are schooling year round. So it's just, you know, it's like I'm thinking, I'm a whole picture person. I've figured out I'm not a caught up in the details. I need every moment of my day planned out. I don't need that for me. Some people do. Some people thrive on that and love that. I'm just not. I'm a whole picture person, and it's just interesting. I'm 40, almost 42, and I'm just figuring out like this is how I'm wired. And you know, you got to find out about yourself and go from there. Don't try to force yourself into a mold that is not made for you. Ultimately, to me, it's setting myself up for failure. And then I get frustrated, and then things in school don't work very well, because I'm trying to do a mold that doesn't fit me and my free-spirited nature. So, yeah, this was just an encouragement for you non-planners out there, and for you planners out there. I am not knocking you. I think you're awesome. Yeah, you're awesome. You're doing a great job. I'm amazed that you can follow a plan to the letter and be so happy, and that's awesome. I just need to figure out how to put washi tape on my whole picture plan, right? Yeah. All right, so if you like this video, feel free to give it some love, and I will see y'all in the next one.